Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube aujourd'hui. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Josh's IQ-4 Cookshack Controller. This is a controller that Josh sent to me because he had severe issues with the display unit. It was all bubbled up, the backlighting would work, but it would never display any characters. I'm going to show a quick video next of the condition it was in before I received it. As you saw, the display was in pretty bad condition. The backlight would work, but there was no characters being displayed. Otherwise, every one of the buttons here works correctly. They seem to function quite nicely, so all that seems to be correct. I have it on my workbench here. I'm ready to power it up, and as I do, we'll see the display come on. But before I do that, I want to let you know that over here, on a K-type thermocouple simulator, I'm set at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll see that number pretty close. As you notice, I have a low battery setting sometimes on. So we'll see a number pretty close on the display itself when we power it up. So let me go ahead and do that, and when we do, we'll hear a beep and we'll see the firmware version or something, or the FE46, which may be the actual model of the stove that he has. But as you can see, the display is working quite nicely. I actually still have the plastic guard on it, so Josh will need to remove that once he receives the controller and is ready to install it. But as you see, it's currently asking me to enter the cook temp and the cook time and then press start to go for that. So over here, if I press this, I have the cook time, which is currently set to 12 minutes. I can either choose to set it higher or lower, so those buttons all work, right? So I'll leave it at 12 minutes. And I can also set the cook temp to 224. I can lower it or I can increase it. So that's working correctly. I also have a button here for the probe set, which I can increase or decrease, the probe that gets inserted into the meat. And over here I have the cook mode, which I don't know exactly what that's telling me, but there we are. And that's pretty well it. Now I can press on the start button, and as we do, we enter the cooking mode, and we have an oven temp of 212, which is kind of close to what I'm simulating, not exactly right on, and a cook time of 12 minutes. So that is all functioning correctly. I hope, as you can tell, that the display is mounted on there nicely. It fits through the hole. I actually had a very difficult time locating a display that would work correctly here. I brought some in that the display itself was too big. I brought others in that the display would not display the correct information on the screen, and it was quite the trial and error, but finally I found a version that seems to work quite nicely. It is a little bit bright. I have a really bright backlight on it, and it displays the number really nicely. So I'm quite happy with that installation. So there you are, Josh. I believe that your controller is now fully functional once again, and you'll be able to use it once you reinstall it into your stove. Just remember to pull off the protective plastic off the screen. So Josh, I want to thank you very much for sending me this controller for repairs. I appreciate that. And for all you other viewers out there, if you have a Cookshack controller of your own that has some display issues, whether it's an IQ-4 model like this one, or it's an IQ-5 model, you'll see in my video list that I've repaired some IQ-5s with the same sort of problems. Please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to discuss that with you and see what I can do to help you out. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.